Hi guys, we have today with us beautiful Barbara Jascht, one of the most successful women in Austria for German-speaking markets, and she combines in her work spirituality and business. So Barbara, tell me what brought you there where you are and how long did it take?
Well, I would say persistence and the big vision. When I was about 3, I know horses, piano, and to be on stage is my stuff. And the second, how long did it take you? I can't answer that because lifelong, and hasn't stopped yet because I'm at the beginning. Thought I'm quite well known, and it's a lot of fun to experience myself as a successful person and combining business and spirituality.
So what is the most fun for you?
Staying here, making the interview. Thanks for that possibility. We're here in the beautiful Vienna, in the Museumsquartier, and it's quite a little bit cold. So see me in my old vintage coat. So for all these Tierschützer, for how is it, animal
Protectors.
protectors. This is 90 years old, and I think it's okay. It's not my face; it's my coat. It's 90 years old. Okay. So what's the most fun? It's like experiencing life, and with all the up and downs, and to experience myself as somebody who can deal with it. Like in not getting so much involved in my thoughts any longer, and so like unveiling the secrets of money, and that's fun. Actually,
What's the
I
secret
don't.
of money?
There's no money. There's no such thing as money, because everybody has a certain perception of money, and so it's empty of any being like money, and money is what I'm thinking about it. That's it. I make money to the thing what I am forced to see or not to see.
Spirituality and money, what is the connection and how would you combine them and how do you bring actual spirituality into the money world?
Well, most people think if they have enough money, they are enlightened. Life is better.
Is it?
It's no mistake to have money, and it's no mistake to have no money. There's no connection because there are people who have money are lucky, happy. There are people with money they are unhappy. There are people without money they are happy, and there are people without money they are unhappy. So where's the connection? So this is just for the records. It's for the spirituality spiritual side, and the other side is there is one advice I can give you all out there is like really know your numbers. Be friend with numbers. Be friend with your bank account. Be friend with money, because especially women treat money like evil or devil, and so imagine yourself like money would be a person living in your household. How do you treat the person? How do you talk with the person? And you expect money to come to you, and you treat him like money like that. So,
It's not nothing there in
like
space.
trap, like a person who you never want
Like
to
a
be
ghost.
around.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. So money can come. If you say, I hate money, I just want to have money, it would be the same if I hate you, but I need you. So,
Sure.
yeah.
So you mentioned like about everyday life. How do you live your everyday life with the sense of spirituality, and what are your daily rituals? What are your practices?
Honest.
Yes. Super honest, super 100% authentic, radical transparency type.
Spirituality, for years and years and years I tried to get somehow like a structured spirituality, like how the spiritual teachers teach you. And what I found most effective is to watch my thoughts and do it on a regular basis every second if possible, and to watch my feelings about that, make it a habit. Make it a habit to be with yourself. And that doesn't mean that you have to be alone, but watch your mind. Like if you have an unhappy feeling, say, oh, interesting, where does it come from? And so a recommendation is Byron Katie, the work. It's the most
At the seminar, Byron Katie in Vienna.
the most powerful tool I've ever met, and
It's beautiful work.
it's really worth looking. The content is for free. www.thework.com.
So tell me, what part of the work of Byron Katie do you use every day for yourself? Is some special tool that you use, or for special challenges in your life? Like, how do you handle challenges in your life, for example, using Byron Katie?
So if there is like all my IT structure is not working because I have an online and offline business, and guys, you can't imagine if you don't have that. Oh my God, IT is the source of unhappiness and happiness. If I'm getting angry, I try to catch myself like, okay, why do you get angry? What thought? What kind of pressure? The ego mind gives you all the pressure, and in that instant, when you realize that the ego mind has taken over, you are the master. This is like the most beautiful thing can happen. So like, oh, my thoughts say I have to be stressed. Is it true? And this is Byron Katie's first question. Is it true? Is it true that the lack of money is stress? Is it true? No, it's not the money. It's the things I think will happen in future. If the fears, if it will, endure. And we don't live in the power of now. Because our ego mind says, no. Past or future, past future. And that's one of the most important things you can do out there. Watch your mind and watch your feelings. And if you have an unhappy feeling, then it's a sign that the thought is not true.
So you use a lot of ego minds. Could you tell us more about the ego and how is the ego mind exists? Because I watched one of your videos about the types of ego. Could you elaborate a little bit more about that?
First and foremost, check out Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, because and Byron Katie, they talk about a lot. Ego mind is when you are identifying yourself with your story you're telling you over and over and over. For instance, like, I can't earn a lot of money because my spiritual development would suffer. It's not ethical. That's a story. Come on, that's a story. Or I can't have a nice relationship because I was treated by my parents like blah, blah, blah in the past. And don't get me wrong, they're really hard stuff. But it's like when you're telling you over and over and over, you suffer because, I can't do that because. That's a story. And this is the ego mind telling you. Because the free mind, it's just okay. Yeah, it's a story. It's over. So, I'm telling myself I can't do that. Interesting. And there is like a big fun comes in, like, interesting. How come? And you can say no and be completely in peace. If you stop telling your story. I'm talking to myself all the time, so it appeals to me. And that's it. And this is actually not your fault. It's like a conditioned mind. It's like you can never satisfy your ego. You can never earn enough money. You can never have enough love. You can never have enough houses. You can never travel enough. You can never have enough clothes and shoes. And you can never have blah, 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 enough followers. You can never have...
all the negative mindsets.
This is ego mind. And so and it's perfectly okay this moment. There's nothing to accomplish. Nothing.
So how would you recommend people to deal with this ego mind when all those negative thoughts appear? What is your recommendation to do?
Oh, your questions are really big. This is really like...
No, how do you deal with those?
For years and decades, decades, because I was a very unhappy person, very unhappy. I suffered a lot of chronic pain. I was a drama queen, lost a lot of money, failure, and unhappy relationships. Really. And it was a life full of suffer. And then in 2010, I met Geshe Michael Roach. She's a great spiritual teacher too, with the karmic principles, and there started really to deep dive the connections. And 4 years I suffered chronic pain before, and with my son, like he teaches me a lot, and so it's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong journey, and don't buy in like you can't change. You have to realize that what's going on there is not true. It's an ongoing stream of thoughts. They're just evolving and vanish, evolving, vanish. So this is what meditation is about. Really, you learn to control your mind, that you can hear all those crap going on. Like it's like all the time. And what I really can recommend, I have not enough time to go in stillness, because as I said, I'm a single mom. I have a 6-figure business, international speaker, blah blah blah, and so I'm very much outside. But when it's possible, I just sit every morning. So this is the routine. Every
great.
morning, drink a cup of coffee, not tea, coffee. And I read Eckhart Tolle, Byron Katie, Geshe-la, all inspiring books, you know.
In the morning.
And I'm half an hour, it's quiet, or do the work 2 times a week, and try to sit still. Or do sports, and try to sit still. And I don't listen to music a lot. Although I'm a musician, I'm a pianist. And to get still, and then you hear the mind, and then you investigate a thought that says, oh, I have to be successful. Is it true?
So you mentioned 6-figure business, success, money, speaking on stages around the world.
I love it.
Yeah. And you're actually living a dream of many people. So which recommendations would you give to the people who, or which, actually, even better question for you, which advice you would give to yourself when you just started?
I've always been self-employed. I've had always businesses. At the age of 20, I had my 6-piece swing band. Which advice I would give myself with that kind of business, seminar coaching business I have right now.
When you would be just starting?
There is no advice, actually, because if I would have all the experience I have now, I would do it completely differently. But
how would you do it then? What would you be doing?
I would save about 150,000 euros. That's the way you have to do it. So the advice I give you outside there, if you want to start, start. No perfectionists. It doesn't have to be perfect. You will learn it on the way. Yes, and you will fall down. That's the deal. And you will spend money. You have to invest in yourself. The more you invest in yourself, the more your business will grow. So if you say, 500 euros, that's too much, then you have a 500 euro mindset. That's it. Who will buy from a person who can't afford 500 euros? I'm so sorry. And maybe now it's the point you don't like me any longer, and that's perfectly okay for me.
We like Barbara anyway because she's so authentic and truthful. We love her.
Absolutely. And so I show women how they can, if they have a message, and they want to do seminars, workshops, keynotes, or they want to packaging programs, I show them how they can package, promote, position, and monetize their message. And it's so important that women like you go out and really help us change the world. That doesn't happen if you're sitting on the couch watching a movie, eating crap, something like that. So you have to hang your head. You have to make decisions. Yes, and you have to take risk. You have to take risk. All the successful women, they take risk, and they don't care if somebody out there criticizes them and say, no, you're not going to do it. They say, of course. I do it. Get out of my way. And so surround yourself with successful people, because your status of success is like the 5 to 7 people you're the most time around.
That's so true. So wow, that's been a great insight. Tell me about your 3 most crucial fuck ups that you made in your
Only
business.
3.
Three most crucial.
The most crucial. Okay.
Yeah. And how did
They
you?
they will give me money. They will say, "Oh, the poor person."
Come on. Number 1, the biggest fuck up, and how did you?
The biggest fuck up was like the shit IT. And when I started in 2012, I had the big vision in mind. In 2013, we had the third event, 200 people there, and I blew. I was really like, wow, we had the big structure, and then invested thousands and thousands and thousands of money. And in 2014, at the end, I had 15,000 euros fixed costs every month, not a year, every month. And I had the structures for like 1,000 people, for the seminars 10,000s, and I didn't have them, so I had to pay for the structure. And then I made some really bad decisions. Bad in
what way?
They
Not
were
profitable?
like some creative musician would take it in big business. They are not built for big business. And now I'm a better coach than ever, because I made some really bad decisions. I lost focus. I started a new business. I didn't focus on mine, because you have to focus 3 to 5 years on one business. For all these multi-talented and ADD gifted persons out there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're an ideal client, you know that. And I think in total it was about 100,000. I had to sell my house, but it was no problem, because I don't like houses. They are exhausting to own a house. And I was I knew there's no danger, because I'm going to dominate the German-speaking market one time, and so I had to do this investment. So I sold my house.
Wow.
Yeah, and invested it in my business.
That's a number 2.
Number 2, there were a lot. Number 2, there's no number 2. I don't have that much fuck ups, because I always stood up.
So what made you standing up after your first fuck up and really start over?
There was no choice, because of a big vision. Never give up. Never give up. And so all the thousands of people there on my list, if I would say, no, I'm going back to management coaching, work for corporates, because I earned a lot of money there, I would have disappointed so many people. And this was like, when I really wanted to stop, I was like, no, what effect would it have on their lives? I said, no, you have to go. You have to prove.
Wow, so you sound like a risk taker, adventurous, and amazing, inspirational woman. So what would be for you like your next adventure, that next year, 2019, that you are very excited about, but slightly scared?
I'm not scared.
No adventures like that?
No, I'm not scared in business, no.
Oh, could be private, I don't know. Any other adventure that you're slightly scared?
Private. Next year I'm going to double my business, and we are developing a lot of products in the end of next year. Maybe I'm going international, because a lot of English-speaking people, they really want to have the stuff in English, because I'm on the German market, German homepage. But reach me out on Facebook if you have a question or something like that. I'm glad to answer you or help you out with some of your business questions when it comes to build with your expertise in business. I'm not scared right now. So, and as I do the work on if I would be scared, this would be a thought hurting me. So what I'm scared, I can't only scared to be about the future. And we're here, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Sun is shining. I'm not scared. Ask me in 1 month.
Okay. We're gonna do the Zoom call.
Or when I come home and I have to do all that stuff for our next week's seminars.
All right. So, which women have you inspired you to walk your way, and which women been like a light in the end of the tunnel that been inspiring for you when you just started, or that supported you the most?
My coach, my own coach, Margit Makia, who has helped me build this business and is best friend, and she's now the leader of my own coaching program. She lives in Las Vegas, and she's the most amazing woman, and her story is so inspiring me. And she used to work with T. Half Ecker for 10 years, was a top coach there. And she, the second coaching session, I remember, I was asking her, because I sent her some videos, and I was asking her, can I do it, that business? Can I be on a stage with seminars and coaching? Can I do it? And she said, you got already everything you need to be world famous. And I had nothing there back there in 2011. And I was really like, whoa! And never changed since. She believed in me, and she knew it from the first second, because a really good coach knows from the first second. And I'm so glad that she's still the leader of my coaching program. And we're still, next year she comes to Austria for this seminar.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we do it together, and she's great, Margit. If you happen to see this video, yeah, most inspiring, and for a lot of my clients too. She helped a lot of my clients.
So what do you see right now in the world around us? What the world needs right now the most?
You ask somebody who knows that the perception of the outside comes from the inside.
Okay, so then, what do you feel you need right now then?
What the world needs right now, I think what the world always needed is like everybody should watch their mind and thoughts and work with that. And clear up the own mess in your heart, in your mind, in your body. That's work enough. And if everybody would do that, imagine, you don't have to change. You don't have to change another person. Change yourself
First,
and on an ongoing basis, day by day. So that's it. That's the secret of life. And so more and more you will perceive a world, a more beautiful world every day. Happened to me. Doesn't stop.
Barbara, what is your message from your heart?
That was the message from my heart.
That was your message from the heart.
Yeah. So and another. How many questions do you have?
That was the last one. That was the last one.
The last one, the message from my heart. Find the door to yourself, and treat yourself lovingly. And the noblest thing you can do is to work with yourself. And the noblest thing you can do is giving yourself an allowance for abundance, financially, mentally, spiritually. And don't judge the others. Work with yourself, and you deserve anything and more.
Wow, Barbara, thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, and see you soon. Bye bye.